Hey, what's up? It's William from Rocket Zero and welcome to another pixel art tutorial. In this pixel art tutorial, we're going to be building Harley Quinn from the movie Suicide Squad, and she was designed by the Ullet. Go check him out on Instagram, link down below. So what do we need? Well, we need some black, white, light gray, red, blue, white stained clay, gray wool, yellow, spruce planks, and then a couple other blocks that we'll just get him as we need him. But for now, these are all the blocks that we're going to use. So we're going to begin with 2 blocks of our black wool. Let's line up. And this should be close enough. So 1, 2. Then we're going to grab our white wool and we're going to place 2 blocks. We're going to go back to our black and we're going to place 2 blocks. And then a gray. 2 white. A black. And a light gray. So that's going to be one of her high heels. We're going to do the other one in a second. But for now, this is all that you guys need to have built so far. Now we're going to place a gray and take this one out. And then we're going to place a red wool here on the right and on the left so that it's 3 blocks across. Then we're going to place 2 blue wools. And then a light gray in this first block below our blue wool. And then we're going to place 2 light grays. Take this one out. Right below that we're going to place 2 white wools. And then 2 black wools. Now we're going to grab our white again and we're going to place 2 blocks here. And then 2 blocks right below, and then a light gray, and a black. So I went kind of quick there, so let me just repeat everything again. Make sure you guys have 2 black blocks, then 2 white, 2 black, 2 white, light gray, black, and then light gray. And then just mirror it for the other shoe. Or heel, since they're high heels. But this is all you guys need so far. Make sure you guys have her, this are going to be her legs and her shoes. Now we're going to be working on her skirt. For her skirt, what we're going to need is to grab our yellow wool. We're going to place 1 block here, and then next to it, a gray wool, then a yellow, then a gray, and a yellow, and that's what her skirt should be like. Now we're going to grab our white stained clay, which is the block that we're using for her skin tone, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3. We're going to grab our white wool, we're going to place 1 block right here, and then we're going to wrap it around with some light gray wool. And this is what we have so far for Harley Quinn. I really like this style of like bubblehead design that the Ullet goes and he makes, so make sure to follow him, he's really talented. And thanks for allowing us to use your designs, really appreciate it over here at Rocket Zero. So now what we're going to be doing is that we're going to grab our red wool and we're going to place 6 blocks right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to grab our white wool and we're going to place 1 here. And here, and then we're going to grab a red wool, and we're going to place 1 block here, here, and to the left. Now that we did that, we're going to go to this side, and we're going to grab our blue wool, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, and then a block here. Now we're going to start working on her baseball bat. Now for this baseball bat, what we need to do is that we're actually going to go over here. We're going to grab our light gray wool. And we're going to place a light gray here. And then a red below that. And then a light gray. And then what did we do over there? Yeah, okay. We did a red. Just had to go look. Then afterwards, what we're going to do is that we're going to grab our white stained clay. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3. Just like that. So make sure her shoulder is looking like this so far. I keep having to take a look over there because I kind of changed it from the original thumbnail that's in this video to something a little bit different. That was just like maybe a couple seconds before the start of the video, so I'm having to go take a couple peeks over here to make sure I'm doing it right. But this is what we have so far for Harley Quinn. Now we're going to be doing the baseball bat. Now for the baseball bat, we're going to grab our light gray wool and we're going to place 3 blocks in this order. Then a light blue wool, or I'm sorry, a blue wool. And then a light blue, what am I saying? A light gray, and then a light gray. There we go. Then a blue wool. Then we're going to grab our black wool, and we're going to place 1 block right below this gray, and next to this gray. So make sure you guys have this so far. This is going to be the baseball bat that she carries around. This is the handle. Now we're going to grab our spruce planks. So it's going to be, of course, the wooden part of the bat. And we're going to place 4 blocks right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, And then right here on this one corner, we're going to add 2. So 1, 2. Then we're going to add 2 again. 1, 2. Then we're going to place a red wool right here. And then below this block, we're going to add 2 spruce planks. So 1, 2. We're going to go down and we're going to go 1, 2. We're going to grab our red wool and we're going to place it right here. Then we're going to place 2 spruce planks next to this top red block. So 1, 2. And we're going to place 1 spruce plank here. And then a red in this corner. And we are going to place 2 spruce planks down here. So 1, 2. And over here we're going to go 1, 2. And that's going to be her baseball bat. So awesome. We're doing really good so far. Almost said cool and good at the same time. That's why that sounded weird. But this is what we have so far. I'm really happy with it. So now we're going to do the gun that she carries around. So we're going to go grab our blue wool. And we're going to place 1 diagonal block going here and down. So take this guy out now. And then we're going to do it again here and here. Take this one out so that it's 2 diagonal blue wool blocks. So now let's take a step back. This is what we have so far for our Harley Quinn. And I think she's looking fabulous. So let's keep at it. Is fabulous something she would say? Maybe not. She's looking menacing. That's a better word. She's looking menacing. So we're going to place our 3 red wools. Then a white stained clay right here. Then a white. Then a gray wool. We're going to grab our black wool. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to grab our gray wool. And we're going to add 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to grab our red wool and we're going to place 1 block right here. And then we need to get rid of our spruce plank and we're going to replace it with a block of polish andesite. We're going to place 1 block here and then a black, then a polish, then a black, and a polish. And this is what her gun should look like. So make sure you guys have it looking like this before we move on to the next step, which is going to be giving her a neck and then a face, and we'll be done. Awesome. So now for her choker, because her jacket has like this thing that goes all the way up. I guess it's a collar, not a choker, but that's what we're going to be building. We're just going to go 1 layer behind and place those 3 yellow blocks. And then we're going to grab our white stained clay. We're going to place 1 block here and then another one so it's at the same height. And we're going to drag this all the way to the left by 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then with the block in the middle, it should equal up to 9. So let's give it a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Awesome. Now we're going to grab our gray wool and we're going to place 1 block right here. And then a white stained clay to the left of it. And then we're going to drag this all the way towards the right, going 1 block further than the one on the bottom. So make sure you guys have this so far. Now we need to go get a couple blocks. And that's going to involve getting rid of our yellow wool, our polish andesite, and what else can we get rid of? I think that's all that we can afford to lose at this moment. So we're going to have to go and pick up our cyan wool and our pink wool. And then we'll get rid of cyan because we're going to need light blue in a second. So we're going to place our cyan wool right here. And then our pink wool over here. Because, you know, she wears that makeup. I guess so. I'm not sure if it's makeup. Maybe it's like some drawing she made on her face. But that's what those things are supposed to be. Now we're going to give her some eyeballs. And for that, we're going to use her black wool. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2. And a light gray wool. We're going to go back to our white stained clay. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3. We're going to grab our black. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And a light gray. So awesome. This is what you guys should have so far for your Harley Quinn. Now that we used our 1 block of cyan wool, we're actually going to just throw this thing away. And we're going to go and get our light blue, which is right here. So there we go. Now that we got the blocks we're going to use, let's keep at it. Let's grab our white stained clay. And on top of this pink block, we're going to go up by 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. Let's go to this side. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Then right here, we're going to go up by 2. So 1, 2. Then here, we're going to go up by 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go over here, and we're going to go 1, 2. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is what you guys should end up with. She looks really weird. So we're going to try to fill her in just a little bit so that she doesn't look so awkward. Now let's take a step back. This is what you guys should have so far. She looks bold, so we're going to give her like white bleached hair in a second, which is we're going to use some white wool for that. But for now, make sure your Harley Quinn is looking like this. Be a great time to hit pause if you need to, so you can just pause the video, copy what you see on your screen, and then move on, because there's not that many blocks you can cannot tell without having to count. So, great stopping point. Now we're going to go back here, and what we're going to do is that we're going to find the middle, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3. So it should be a gap of 2, and then a gap of 2. We're going to grab our white wool, and we're going to place 1, 2. Then we're going to move to the right, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to move to the left, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And then right here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Make sure you guys have this so far. We're going to fill it in later, so don't worry if it looks a bit funky. It'll make sense in a second. So we're going to go to this side, and we're going to add 1, 2. Then we're going to go down and to the right. And then down again. Have this thing over here, looking like this. Awesome. Now we're going to go all the way over here. We're going to place 1 block here, and we're going to go down by 2. So 1, 2. And then we're going to drag this all the way up. So it looks like this. Let's fill this part in, just so that it's easier to see what we have built. Great. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to go to this side, and we're going to do almost the same thing. We're going to go down to this little pink block. Then we're going to place 1, and then we're going to go down by 2. So it's a gap of 2 that the hair drops off the face. And we're just going to go straight up for a little bit. And then right here, we're going to add 2 blocks. 1, 2. And we're going to go down. Awesome. Something doesn't feel right, but we'll fix it in a second, so no worries. Now what we're going to do is that right here, we're going to place 2 blocks. So 1, 2. And now let's fill this part in. Oh, I see why it looks so weird. I'll explain it in a minute. Okay, so make sure you guys have this so far. I know it's looking really funky, but we're about to add the ponytail, so it'll make it look nicer in a second, even though this looks confusing. Make sure your Harley Quinn is looking like this. I keep saying that, but just make sure it looks like this so we can move on to the next step. So we're going to start with the blue and light blue ponytail on this side. We're going to place 2 blocks right here. So 1, 2. Then we're going to grab our white wool and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to grab our blue wool and we're going to place 1, 2. Then we're going to grab our light blue and we're going to place 2 blocks just like that. Then right below this, we're going to place 2 blue wool blocks. Then we're going to place 2 light blues. Then 2 blues. Light blue. 2 blue, light, and blue. So let me take a step back. Let me go over it. Make sure you guys have this. It's going to be 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. So 2 blue wools there. 2 blue wools here. 2 blue wools right here. And 2 blue wools. And 1 blue wool. Awesome. Now what we're going to do over here is that we're going to place 2 more blocks. And then right here we're going to go 1, 2. 1, 2. Then we're going to grab our white wool and we're going to go straight up. There we go. Now she looks much better. Awesome. Now we need to add a little bit more of our light blue wool over here. So what we're going to do is that right here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 1 more block right here. And there we go. Actually, no. We need 1 more block. There we go. that's what her blue and light blue ponytail should look like. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it looks really fitting for her. Like, it makes sense. Now we're going to do this ponytail. And for this, what we're going to do is almost the same thing. We are going to grab our red wool. We're going to place 2 blocks right here. 1, 2. Then we're going to place white wool, white wool, white wool, white wool. Just like this, to make sure you guys have this so far. Let's move our pink a little bit closer to our red and our white. Now, starting in this block right here, we're going to add 2 red wool. So 1, 2. And then we're going to add 2 pink wools. We're going to grab our red wool and we're going to go down by 2. Then right here, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 of our pink wool. And then from this block upwards, we're going to add white wool. So there we go. Make sure you guys have this for your ponytail so far. This would be a great stopping point. Now what we're going to do next is that we're going to grab our red wool and we're going to place 2 blocks. And then we're going to just place 1, 2, 3, 4 of our pink wool. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 with our pink wool. And 1, 2 with a red. Then a pink. And a red on top. So make sure you guys have this. Only a couple more blocks and we'll be done with this Harley Quinn tutorial. Now we're going to grab our pink wool and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2 more of our pink blocks in the middle right there. And there we go. We have finished building Harley Quinn. If you stuck around this far making this tutorial, even though the hair part was a bit complicated, you should have ended up with this wonderful looking Harley Quinn bubblehead designed by the Olux. So thanks so much for watching. This was William from Rocket Zero. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this pixel art tutorial. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button for us. Subscribe if you haven't so you can stay up to date with all our newest videos. Tell your friends, and as always, let me know what you want me to build down in the comments. And if you want to build that shot, El Diablo, and Katana, all from the movie Suicide Squad, I'll make sure to link them down below. So thank you so much for watching. This was William from Rocket Zero. We'll see you next time.